Hello guys, this is the first video of the C programming tutorial series I am making. I am going to follow the what is called the Bible for learning C programming language. It is the C programming language book written by Dennis Retchie and the other person, his name is Brian Kernighan. I'm going to follow this book and we would be solving each and every exercise problem and example problem, and also we will be going through all the concepts of C programming language. So let's begin. First, let me give some introduction about C programming language. What is programming in general? I am sure most of you know this, but just for the purpose of introduction, so programming in general is giving instructions to the computer. You would be saying like add two numbers, multiply two numbers, or repeat this for 10 times. We all know that computers are very good at doing large number of tasks, like in terms of millions of tasks. Computers are best at searching something. For example, if you have a dictionary and if you want to search a word, the computer goes through all that dictionary within a very small amount of time, which would be impossible for humans to do that in that small amount of time, and it gives you the definition of that word. Like that, we would be giving instructions to the computer and the computer executes those instructions. In case of C programming, C is a compiled language. What we do is we write C code in a file with .c extension, and we would be compiling that code with GCC compiler. We would be writing C program in a file with .c extension, and we would be compiling that file using a compiler. What compiler does is converts that file into an executable code. We can execute that code and the computer runs what we have instructed in that program. There are many compilers available by different vendors. The most prominent ones are GNU-C compiler. It helps in compiling C, C++, and many other codes of different programming languages. Also, there is another compiler, I think, which is let me see. Yeah, its name is LLVM compiler. It does the same thing as C compiler. It also compiles C, C++, and Objective-C code, but we would be using the GCC compiler. Every Linux distribution comes with C compiler and the standard library installed. There are many tutorials out there for installing the compiler, and they would also show you how to execute the first program. We would also be executing our hello world program here. First, let's begin with hello world program because it is a tradition. I would be using a terminal based editor. First, let me create a folder for programming. We would be naming that file hello.c. So this is the file. At now it is blank. Through hello world program, you are going to learn how the C program is structured. First, every C programmer has to contain header file. C as a language is pretty bare bone. It couldn't do anything. uh, in order for us to input or output something, we need the help of library. As I said before, every Linux distribution comes with standard library installed, and for in order to use the different functions uh, given by a library for us to use, we need to declare that function, or we have all the lists of declared function in a header file. So header files also comes pre-installed. What we need to do is just declare that header file in your C source file. We would be declaring a header file which gives us function to input and output, like to print something, to print a number or an alphabet or anything, or and also to take input. So what we would be doing is including a header file. We do it by saying hash include, and with greater than sign. The name of that library is standard std input output .h. Header files have .h extensions. So this is the way you declare header files. And if you want to use the functions of standard library which are not in the header file, not in this header file, for example, there are many header files. Depending on your need, you need to declare different header files here. For now we only need input and output functions, so this is enough. And then now we would be starting with a main function. So every C program need to contain main function. The execution of C program begins with main function, and main function in turn may or may not may call other functions if they are declared. So the main function is absolutely necessary. And in C language, a function a function may return something. A function may return an integer, a character, or a string. We would be learning in what are integers, what are strings, what are characters in the next part of this tutorial. For now, let's say that this main function would return integer. So integers are declared like this in C. Integers, int means integers in C. Yeah, so this is how a function looks like. There is before the function there is the data type that the function is going to return, and the name of the function. After that, two round braces. Inside these braces you can include the parameters that the functions can take, but these are advanced topic, little bit advanced topics, not that highly advanced. We would be going through all these topics in the further tutorials. For now, let's just print hello world to the output screen. So for that we would be using printf function, which is declared in that standard library we have just mentioned. And this printf function takes many arguments. It is a variable argument function. For now we would be just giving it one argument, which is string. Let's type hello world. And we would be returning 0, Zero means, according to tradition, in many programming language, or I don't know, in C, zero means everything is fine. Zero status means your program has executed successfully. So we would be returning 0, which is an integer, and we have also mentioned it before the main function. So according to it, we are returning an integer. We would be saving this function and we would be executing this function. For executing a C program, you can say GCC or either just CC and the name of that program, which is hello.c, and just press enter. The compiler would spit out an executable file. Let's see what it has given us. By default its name is a.out. You can also change that name by saying by giving option to cc, by giving option to the compiler. For example, I will show you like cc minus o, the name you want and the name of the program, which is, as you can see, it has given out another executable which is named hello. Let us execute that executable. Yeah, it spits out hello world to the standard output. So congratulations, you have written your first C program. I'm sure most of you would know this. For completeness of this tutorial, I'm doing this. Okay.